Hi, my name is Emily. Welcome to my garden. It's the place where dreams are cultivated. I have a great show planned for you today. Grab your fishing poles because we're going fly fishing. See you in a minute. Are you talking to me? I'm at a local emu farm. You can hear them bleat. They really are beautiful birds. They're related to the ostrich, and their feathers are quite sought after by the fly tyer. The emu has a prominent place in Australian Aboriginal mythology that tells a story that the sun was made by throwing an emu's egg into the sky. The emu is the largest bird native to Australia. It is also the second largest bird in the world by height after its relative, the ostrich. The largest emus can reach up to 6 feet 7 inches in height and weigh between 66 to 121 pounds. Emus have brown to gray-brown plumage of shaggy appearance. Solar radiation is absorbed by the tips, and the loose packed inner plumage insulates the skin. The resultant heat is prevented from flowing to the skin by the insulation provided by the coat, allowing the bird to be active in the heat of the day. So what we're going to do is take these down and see if we can make some flies. We're going to do some fly fishing today. I'll see you in a minute. Modern fly fishing is normally said to have originated on the fast, rocky rivers of Scotland and Northern Ireland. British fly fishing continued to develop in the 19th century. Artificial flies are created by tying hair, fur, feathers, or other materials, both natural and synthetic, onto a hook with thread. Emu feathers, it seems, are highly prized by the fly fishermen in the art of making flies. We're back. I'm at a local anglers club now, and this is Larry Grant, and he's going to show us how to tie some flies. So this is something that you would try to imitate.
Yeah.
There he is. There he is.
Most fly fishermen will get a little net like this and keep it in their vest pockets just for this reason. A lot of times it's difficult to see what the fish are feeding on.
Before you actually start to fish, it's not a bad idea to see what's out there.
See what there's a little again another type of larva. See?
Yep.
And they're all very small. They're aquatic. They start their life either swimming or crawling on the gravel of these brooks. And then as they hatch, they come to the surface, and that's when they're most vulnerable. When they're coming to the surface, the fish will take them, usually in that nymphal stage.
Well, I think it's time we go tie some flies. What do you think, Larry?
I think that'll be a good idea.
There you go.
Now we have a little bit of an idea what we're seeing here. Excellent.
Alrighty then. I have to present to you these beautiful, fresh off the ground emu feathers.
You know, it's interesting. I did a little research on the emu, knowing that the feathers would be similar to ostrich.
They are in the family.
The emu, I guess, is a bird that's sort of roamed the wilds of New Zealand and Australia unchanged for about 80 million years. It's an interesting looking feather. It's a little firmer, a little stiffer than the average tyer would probably think. This is the part of the feather that keeps the bird insulated, either cool or warm, depending on what the conditions are. You can
That's exactly correct. You're a very spot man, sir.
This is probably a warm climate bird because the marabou is quite short. As a comparison, this would be turkey marabou.
And you do use all types of dyes as well.
Yeah, they're dyed typically. Very, very best marabou, traditionally for fly tying, was always ostrich marabou, but it became more and more difficult to get over the years. These are byproducts of poultry birds. In the box, typically things that I would be tying with. A mallard feather from waterfowl, and you have to take it out of the bag to really get a good look at it. But it's been dyed. We don't see, we don't see mallards flying around in that fuchsia color.
Only on Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween. You can see also we've used herl here. This is one of the most common materials in fly tying. This happens to be peacock herl. The herl is this section of the feather right in here. Truthfully, I kind of figured that this emu would have a little more of a herl type of look to it, and it doesn't really, which is kind of surprising. But this will still be a very, very adequate feather for fly tying. We'll just make something a little bit different. I'm going to try and tie something similar to what we saw in the stream earlier. I suppose I should mention a little bit about the tools. This is a bobbin and the thread, and the bobbin holds the thread. You do need a couple of good pair of fly tying scissors. If you have one Very good tool. Make it your scissors. This is a whip finish tool, which applies the finish at the end of the fly. And this is a hackle pliers, and it helps you to hold the material and to turn it onto the shank of the hook. We always start with a few turns of thread that we are using. The only body material is really going to be just the thread. We always wrap the herl with the thread. Some people will wrap the herl around the thread to make a little doving rope, if you will. So now that herl has some added strength. I'm done on this nymph.
Welcome back. I'm at a local anglers club, and this is Larry Grant behind me, hoping we're going to catch some fish today. How's it looking to you, Larry?
Pretty good.
Unlike other casting methods, fly fishing can be thought of as a method of casting a line rather than lure. Non-fly fishing methods rely on lure's weight to pull line from the reel during the forward motion of a cast. By design, a fly is naturally too light to be cast and just follows the unfurling of the line. The effect resembles sending a wave along a garden hose to remove the kink. The mechanics of proper rod movement are commonly described as 10 to 2. 12 is a rod straight up, 9 flat forward, 3 flat backward. Emily's Garden really is a lifestyle show. We leave from my garden. I believe everything is connected to the earth, and we are going to bury a fish for fertilizer at the end of the show. I should get out of your way so you can really flip them. I'm still into Zebcos.
I got a couple in the car. Actually, the name comes from the Zero Bomb Company. They were manufactured bombs for mining.
I thought this would be a great time to break away for just a minute, because I wanted to show you not a Zebco reel, but a yo-yo reel. I made this just for the show. As you can see, it's a bamboo pole. Very easily done. Thank goodness I have some friends that grow bamboo, and if you know anything about it, it can be very invasive, but it's also something that's really good to have in your yard if you have the area for it, because you can make lots of things from it. If you do have room for this in your yard, I'd highly recommend it. Nice screen. You should let it cure for about a year. Of course, this was freshly made. It should also be cured not only for a year, but it should be varnished afterwards. That being said and done, all you're going to do is just clip off the branches, which I have done with this one. Grab some hooks, eye hooks, very small, screwed into the bamboo itself so that you can feed your line through and get a load of this. It is a yo-yo. I was happy to have been given a wooden yo-yo, which worked out just fabulously. Very simply, I put a spacer here, a series of washers onto a long screw. Another piece of bamboo is my handle, and yes, this does work. Nice little project to do with your children or your grandchildren, whatever the case may be. Very inexpensive. I think all in all, the whole thing probably cost me $5. Ready to go. Of course, this isn't a fly reel, but we are talking about fishing, aren't we? That being said and done, let's get back to the pond.
I'm going to let you try and see if you have better luck than I do. You can learn in your backyard in one night. There you go. Yeah, that's not bad, actually.
I had a great time today. That being said and done, we part until we meet again. See you next time in Emily's Garden. We're back. I'm in a local emu farm, believe it or not.
Range line type of thing.
Ruh-roh.
That's really all the line you need to catch fish.
Oop.
Don't fall in now.
Don't make me do my laugh in public, Larry. Ruh-roh. 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 Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum.